Hello, everyone. Very nice to meet you virtually. Me and Yashar are going to explain briefly about what we have gone through during the past year and some of the successes and triumphs that we've had during this year and some of the plans we have for the future. I'm going to pass the word to Yashar first, as he has prepared something for it. And he's going to speak in English because his English is very good. But whenever Elizabeth is in the room, he refuses to speak English. But since we're not technically in the same room, Yashar is going to speak English.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hope you are having a good day. I'm Yashar Kashif. I work as Center Manager of the IDEAS Partnership, Fushkosov. The focus of our organization is the education of communities. We do many activities, which the main point of this is the growth of education. One of the activities that we do here is kindergarten. We work with children of community for 3 years. During this period, we have seen the parents are interested in bringing their children. And this is one of the reasons that we push ourselves to do more in this direction. Of course, all the credits to a great job that has been done here is a huge help of the volunteers from Kosovo and international. Their contribution empowers us to evolve the movement. Of course, without the help of the donors, we would not be here. For more information about the other activities, my colleagues will continue to explain in more details. Thank you for your time and consideration. It was a great pleasure meeting you.
Yashar, I'm never speaking Albanian to you again.
She's never speaking Albanian to you again. Okay, we're going to continue with the presentation. If we can go to the next slide, please. So, as Yashar mentioned, one of the most successful projects that we have, the kindergarten. There are around 80 children attending kindergarten in 2 shifts. Next slide, please. There is our kindergarten teacher, Arta, that will explain more about it, but just in general, just say. And next slide, please. And this is Arta. You'll be meeting her and and next slide, please. And next thing is our extracurricular activities that happen on Saturdays, with about 100 children attending these activities every Saturday. And some of you have been to Kosovo and have visited the Saturday's activities, and you've seen yourself. And this is most of the donations that we get, the donations of clothes, are distributed to the families most in need by our bursary recipients. So they identify the families most in need, and then they classify the clothes and they distribute them to the families. And next. And this is Jackie. This picture is actually from her previous visit, so not from the last one, but before that, when she came to visit us. And one of the things that she usually helps us with is our physiotherapy sessions. This activity happens twice a week, and on Saturdays and Wednesdays. But on Saturdays we have a trained physiotherapist that comes in and helps about 10 children with physiotherapy sessions. And whenever Jackie is in Kosovo, she helps Erleta, our physiotherapist, with these sessions. And one of our favorite activities is reading together. Not just art, but it's a favorite for our children as well. So different volunteers that come in to visit our kindergarten, they like to read together with the children in our kindergarten. And having in mind that most of these children don't have any books at home, or maybe not anyone who reads to them or with them, this is a very nice activity for them and for the volunteers as well. And yeah, so now we're going to continue with some of our triumphs and challenges and successes during this past year. Jo është e jona, po vazhdojmë veç me kursista apo dhe forma.
Okay.
Yashar is going to continue to explain more about our bursary program. We're just going to mention it because, as Elizabeth said, we have Suhat and Arzieh who are going to talk more about it later. But Yashar will just mention the activity and the whole idea behind it.
Shembull shumë I mirë për brezat e ri që
So Yashar just explained that our bursary program is a very good chance for people who are older in age and that have missed their chance to continue their higher education, mostly because of the circumstances in the past in Kosovo. And this is a very good chance for them to continue their education and show even other generations, young generations, that education is a must for them as well. We have had many bursary recipients in the past as well, and some of them have finished their education, their university studies, and are now working in different jobs and institutional jobs in Kosovo. Okay, next. And these are the 3 global giving projects that we have right now, and they're ongoing. As Elizabeth mentioned, the first one is SEAMI, and we will have the presentation later about SEAMI. It's just it's a project helping 10 blind children in Jakova so they can learn Braille. Second project is Widows Fund, helping widowed women help their children to finish their education, to attend school. And we will have Suhat talk about the Widows Fund later, as that's a project that he manages as his payoff for the bursary. And finally, we have Get a Kosovan Kid to School. You can see here in the picture, it's Husne and Agran. So they are supplying the children with school material and bags. And this is all thanks to that Global Giving project. And actually, it's thanks to the donors that help us and donate through that project to help the children. And here, again, as Elizabeth mentioned in her introduction, in the weekly visits that our health mediator, Bayram Shah, makes to the recently born babies, to the newborn babies, you can see the clothes donations, which we call the baby packs, that we send to the newborn babies. And all those clothes, those baby packs, are mainly donations from the UK and from other people in Kosovo and other places that donate their babies' clothes or new clothes, and then we take them, we deliver them to the families. And here is a very fun activity that we started in January. Thanks to a very generous donor that we had, and she wanted us to see if we can start a new project, yoga classes, and so we had a donation from her, and we started teaching the kindergarten children yoga classes, and this activity has been ongoing since January, and the children have yoga classes every week for half an hour, and it is really amazing to see the children, how they have learned all their poses by heart, and they really look forward to yoga classes. So during this happened last year. So last year we had a visit from the famous English singer Joss Stone. She was doing a tour through the world, and in every country she was doing a show and visiting one organization. And in Kosovo she chose TIP to visit, and she was very impressed by the activities that she visited. And here you can see her with the little teachers. So it's the Saturday activities, and the little teachers are the one teaching the kids attending the Saturday activities. We will have Aryan later and some of the little teachers talk more about their activity. Another project that we had last year, and it is ongoing still, it is child sponsorship. So some of the children, even though they really want to go to school and they don't want to drop out of school, it's very hard for them to keep going to school when they go home and they don't have any food to eat, or they don't have any clothes to wear so they can go to school. So we started with British Embassy, with the last project that we had with the British Embassy. We started the child sponsorship program, and until now we are sponsoring 6 children, and all this is through our private donors. So there are 6 children that now happily go to school, and they know that they don't have to go out rubbish picking, so they can support their families, but they can actually go to school and have food when they get back home. So these are our kindergarten children, and due to lack of funding, this beginning of the year, we actually, so as you can see, they are having their daily healthy snacks, and but unfortunately, due to lack of funding, we had to stop the daily snacks. But after that, when some of our very generous supporters found out about that, they decided to donate more so we can continue the healthy snacks for the children. And because of that, we now have enough funds to cover the snacks for the kindergarten for almost a year. So thank you all for that. And this is the last training that we had with our staff. So with the British Embassy again, the British Embassy project. We have several training for the staff during the year. This is the last one that was on advocacy. And as you can see here, it is the kindergarten children watering the flowers and vegetables that were planted together with Jackie and Dave on their last visit to Kosovo. And the children the children water these flowers every day, and they can see the flowers and vegetables growing. And finally, our very own Elizabeth. We were very happy and very proud for Elizabeth to be honored with the award of Points of Light from the Prime Minister of the UK, and this was not only an honor for Elizabeth, but we were very proud because all her volunteer work was done for TIP, and we couldn't have done it without her, and we can't. I mean, we can't do it without her. We are very happy to have her. Yeah. So finally, plans. As we were talking with Yashar before this, planer for Dalman. We were discussing with Yashar before this, what are our plans really? And our plans are the ongoing continuation of our activities and raising the awareness in the communities, so they know the importance of education, and that we want day there won't be a need for us at all. So thank you everyone for your support and for patience and for making our work easier and for making people's lives better.